Hey, what's up everyone? I'm here to give an update. It's been a couple of weeks since I have. So the last video I did, I was telling you guys that I was grateful because I was going to start school. Grateful for that, and go watch the last video. No, I'm giving an update. So I'm in my second week. Tomorrow will be the end of my second week in school. And it's been a little challenging, of course exciting still. Unfortunately, I had to drop my math class, which I'm really disappointed about. The reason is because I didn't have... Okay, so I do mostly everything through, audio, auditory, kind of. Like, my books are on a thumb drive, and then I put them on the computer, or hook it up to the computer, and then my books are on there. It took a while to get. I started school last Monday, and then I got the books Friday, so I was already a little behind on the reading. And there's like 3 books from my English class, and then I have Child and Family Education and Human Development, both 101. My major is Child and Family Education because I want to work toward being a social worker. I want to get a master's in that, but I mean, first things first, I still have to do my general ed. It's really my first official semester in college, and I waited a little long, but I definitely know that this is what I want to do. There were a lot of challenges and reasons why it took longer also, and I didn't know that social work is what I wanted to do. I went to school in 2012 and took one class. I took a criminal justice class because I was going to go for administration of justice, blah. But it was an interest, not a passion, and I've always wanted, like, to have a purpose, to feel like I'm doing something while I'm here, and I feel like, this is the right thing for me. I have a passion for children, I have a passion for helping in general, and I don't know why I didn't figure this out sooner, but I didn't, and here I am now. Anyway, I had to drop my math class because I kind of went off topic there. I need the math in Braille because it's the equivalent for you guys that have sight of a pen and paper, right? So with math, you have to obviously work out the problems. You have to read it and work it out yourself to come up with your result, your answer, for solving the problems. I can't do that just by listening to someone read that or listening to the computer read that, and then somehow, even if I'm typing it out on the computer, I really need to be able to read it. And so that's why I would need something like a Braille writer along with the books in that format, so I can really read it and write it out. So I didn't have that on time. I mean, the alternative media specialist really tried, and he has some of the books now, but a chapter test was already due Monday, and I was supposed to do a whole entire chapter in a week, and I couldn't do that because I didn't have the book and the stuff available for me to do that. And I'm sure some people would probably say, well, maybe you could have tried and did it, with someone reading it to you and so on. But it just won't work that way for me. And just coming back into school, taking on 4 classes, like, it didn't seem like a lot to me, but it is, because it's different, obviously, than, where'd my music go? It's different to me than, not just to me in general, than, high school or grammar school. It's like, for one, these classes are about 2 hours long or more. the math class alone was 3 hours. I mean, what am I going to do in there without the materials? I'm listening, I'm taking notes, sure, but it's not the same as reading those problems out. So I didn't want to start on the wrong foot. You know, what I'm going for means a lot to me. Being a social worker, helping, doing, I keep saying that word, but like trying to help make a difference somehow. And this all means, this is my heart, you know, and I want to do the best that I can. So I don't want to start off on the wrong foot, and then that's just added stress on top of, you know, the normal stresses of school, obviously. Not that it's, you know, I do feel it's a blessing. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just saying it's not smart to go in on a wrong foot, and setting myself, knowing I would be behind, it just wouldn't be good, you know. So that's why I had to let go of the math class for now, and I'll take it in next semester. And I think another upside to that is the campus that I'm going to just opened last week. So the semester, instead of being 16 weeks, it's going to be 12. So they were really going to they really are compacting everything into a 12-week semester instead of a 16-week. So, you know, obviously that would be even more, like I would feel even more set behind, you know. So, so that was that. But as far as the math professor himself, I think he is great, because I don't like math as it is. Like, it's because, like, being blind and trying to figure out math has always been always been a challenge. And I know that for sighted people, even math can be a challenge. No, but even like just simpler math, like I just never have been a fan. I like English. I like stories. I like reading and writing and things like that. So my brain works better that way. Not saying, oh, I got that down, you know, I'm great at that. I'm just saying that that's what I lean more toward is, you know, are those subjects, like taking in things and listening and writing and reading, stuff like that. So I have an English class now, Child and Family Education 101, which goes toward my major, and Human Development 101, and English, of course, that I mentioned. And those classes are all sort of connecting for me, so I do like that. I mean, it is a lot of pressure because, like, next week I have 2 papers due in my CFE class, and then a major paper due on the 9th for my English class. But the cool thing about that is the assignment was to print out an ad for the career you're going for a job that you'd want in that career. And then, so the paper has to be on pretty much research of the job that you want, the career you want, how you're going to get there, what, you know, how you're using your education to get there, and what are the qualifications, requirements, and what you need for all of that, like the steps that you're taking to get to your career. So that's basically sort of the paper. I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out right now. My lips are dry. So I'm really enjoying the Human Development 101 class. I'm liking all of these classes, honestly, but the Human Development class is sort of, it's something I do already as it is, so I don't know, but it's also putting things into perspective for me. It's kind of looking inside yourself. In the Human Development classes it has a few purposes, in my opinion. One is to show you how to better organize yourself while you're going through school. Like, for an example, the thing I need to work on, time management, you know, organizational skills. And it really kind of makes you look inside yourself, which I do a lot of, probably too much of already. And it's not because I'm a selfish, self-centered person. It's because I feel like I can improve, and I'm always tearing things apart. Like I always say in my videos, I probably say that too much, but I do. I analyze myself a lot, and I do know my flaws and can admit them. And that's kind of, we've done like a few little sort of surveys on ourselves about what kind of people we are, or how, the learning style of how we learn. Like, for an example, are you hands-on? Are you auditory? Are you the person that reads and writes and learns better? Like, what are your learning styles, kind of thing? And then also, what kind of person are you? Are you a interpersonal kind of person where you're, more to yourself? I think that's what that means. And you work better alone. Or do you work better in a group setting where you can speak to each other? It's just kind of finding out who you are and how you operate, like what works best for you in those settings. And it's crazy because, okay, so we're doing that in the Human Development 101, but in the Child and Family Education 101, it's the same thing, kind of idea of how, analyzing personalities, but for children, for babies. Like, the focus is more so like children under 8, like 8 and down into infancy, and kind of learning how their personalities work, like, are they interpersonal? Do they have a way of learning better auditory? It's just all connecting, which is really cool. Like, directly, because I'm having to write a paper on this next week, or have it due by next week. Excuse me. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back now. Hey, I don't know how to edit yet, so you gotta deal with that. That's, anyways, hold on, actually I probably could pause. Oh, no, nope, I can't pause. What was I saying? Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're kind of learning how to learn, like, the personalities, or the, how would you say it? Like, the learning structures of children and babies, or learning their personalities, or why they are the way they are. Like, it could be because of their environment, or, just kind of analyzing how they are, because, when you become, like, social worker, or even when you're an educator, you gotta try to understand these are little people. They may be small, but they're people. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, little kids, yay, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, they're being a brat for no reason, and da, da, da. No, sometimes there is a reason. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just acting out. You guys, I have 3 kids, so I know that. Sometimes they just act out because they're kids. That's what they do. But sometimes there's a reason behind it. Sometimes, you want to find out why. Maybe sometimes a child is sitting alone in a corner thinking and not playing too much. Sometimes that's not exactly normal, but then again, it could be their personality, and they just want to chill alone. There could be absolutely nothing wrong, but it's just learning how to read them, and understanding them better. I'm loving it, because, as you guys know, I love babies, I love children. I just love people in general, and want to be able to be the best kind of counselor, or social worker that I can. I have issues myself, so I understand. And what I mean by that is, I analyze myself, I pick myself apart, and that's why this class is Human Development and CFE are really interesting, and I love this. I just want to go all at it full force, because I want to get everything I can out of it. I want to be able to be in that position one day. So failing is just not an option for me, and I'm already a little bit scared because I have to be careful with how I write, make sure I'm structuring right, and that's my, like, I love English, but I don't always know how to structure letters or essays or whatever. And I know basically what they are, of course, but I don't always know the proper structure for everything, or how to exactly get my points across, as you can tell, because I'm sometimes everywhere. But I want to be able to write better, and that's what the English class is focusing on. There's like 3 different books we're reading, and one of them is called Rhetorics for Radicals, I think, and then there's like Renovating Your Writing, and then there's another book. It's called Thank You for Arguing, or so there's like these 3 books, and one of them is showing you like kind of structure and how to write, and then the other 2 books are kind of how to come off, or how to kind of get your point across, and how you want people to receive what you're saying, like how to write that out. And I do need help in that. Like, I can sit here and write forever. Like for my HD class, I wrote a paper on why I want the career I want and what I'm doing, but maybe I didn't exactly put it in the order where I want it to, for people to feel what I'm saying and really understand what I mean when I'm writing what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I watch my videos back. I'm like, what the hell did I just say? But but what I'm saying is, I just want to become a better, more organized, like, person. And I think college can help me do that. I mean, obviously life experience. You go through life every day. You're not really, I think of how I am and how I come off to people, of course, but I just want to improve that so that I can do what I want to do for others later. And hopefully now but you get what I'm saying. I want to really take all of this seriously, and that's kind of why I also made the decision to drop the math right now. If I'm stressing on that, it's going to go on to my other stuff, and it's just not going to be fair in any way. And then I felt it was unfair for even the Braillists to try to get everything all at the same time. Like Brailled, like, okay, you guys, so like one book, say there's like a book like an inch or 2 thick or whatever for you guys, and it's print. That might be like, it could be like 12 or more volumes or books in Braille. So it's a lot of work, and I just felt like it's unfair to try to get that all done. I mean, I was behind anyway because I didn't have it, and then to have him rush through that on top of it, I felt bad about it, and it just would have been stressful because I would still right now be behind on my math, and then they didn't have the tool for me to write it. All right, so I'm going on a tangent. The bottom line is, I am loving my human development class, my child and family, and the English. I'm really loving it, and I'm just hoping that I do well, because I am afraid that I won't, and I want to be able to do well. And the reason I say that is because it's, of course, as you guys know, most of you probably have been to college already or are going, and you guys have a way more crazy workload than I do. Probably have a job too or something. But it's like, the papers due. I want to be able just to be on top of things, but not only get it done, but do it right. And so I don't know, it'll come with time, but it's like you got to get on it now. So, it's not really that I have time, but I know that this is what college is for, like for you to learn better skills to do whatever it is you're trying to do in life. And I do feel blessed, and like God touched me by showing me what I do want to do. So, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. I am very excited. I do the things I've noticed now, like versus like in high school, I'm more talkative. I like engaging with the students around me. I like participating in the class. It's cool. It feels good to just kind of interact with everybody. And it's, not only a social thing, but it feels good, and I see like younger people that are coming in from high school, or even people in their 20s and 30s who are kind of afraid to speak up in class because it's like, I don't want everyone looking at me. And I told one of the students, she's really sweet, I told her, she's like, I don't know if we should go, because we did like this partner kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, just don't be afraid. Like, everybody's feeling the same thing. And I'm like, I'll go first. I don't even know who's looking at me, so imagine how that feels. But I don't know. It's just something different about it when you're older and you're feeling like you're there for your purpose, and my purpose is to get where I need to be, like, to get the career I want to get. And so I'm not as focused on certain things, and I want to help these girls and guys too, like, not feel like, don't be so self-conscious, just focus on what you are doing. And I mean, if anyone's listening to me, if you're still watching this far, just focus on what you're doing and not everything else, because it's unnecessary. Everybody's there for the same thing. And just be the best that you can. Just try your hardest. And I mean, I'm telling you guys this, and then I'm super hard and beat myself up, but I am really focused. And so I may not go like, everyone's like, oh, you need to dress up, and girl, you need to be looking good when you go, and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, that's not what this is about. This is not about that. I have a few friends that were kind of telling me that, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's not that I don't care. I mean, I like to be presentable, but it's just not what I'm focused on. Like, I got 3 kids. I'm like, I'm tired. I just want to go to school. I want to do this. I want to do the best I can, and then that's what I'm focusing on, And I don't know. So that's about it. I think it's going well. I'm a little afraid, but I guess this is what it's about. It's not going to be easy, of course. I didn't think it would be. But I'm definitely ready for it, and I just hope that God is on my side and helps me to do what I need to, and guides me in the right direction, gives me the strength and patience and all of that. Because I am a little bit, nervous about it all, and I just, like I've said before, I want to make the right decisions for my family and for myself. So I don't know if you guys are going to school or doing anything new that's a little bit scary, but it's right. Just go for it and take one day at a time, and stay focused. That's the main thing I'm telling myself. Stay focused, and don't let your insecurities get the best of you, because we're all in this trying to do something. We're all in this together. So you have one life, so just go for it and do it. And that's where I'm at. What else did I want to talk about? I guess political-wise, I miss President Obama. And I guess just wanted to put it out there. I am not happy with the current president and what he's doing. And it's crazy how your kids start to understand all of that, and they're even afraid, and they feel like it's sad for them to be that little, and they feel like they are scared with him being president as far as that goes. Not scared in a sense, because I am their mother, and I do tell them, everything's going to be okay, and, it will be, but they, it's crazy for my 6-year-old to tell me that he sees a difference, and not in those words, but a difference from our last president and our current. It's crazy. I know that's so off topic, but I really wanted to share that. And I don't know. It's insane. You know, kids know. That's the thing they do know. And why I'm going into what I'm going into is I want to try to make things better in their situations, just like I'm trying to, you know, do in my own life. And I want to help others like that. But in even worse situations, I feel like our kids are all of our responsibility, and I want to be able to make them feel safe and just help out where I can for them and their families. So anyways, that's about it. I will come on with a different, happier kind of video. And that's about it. So I just wanted to give an update. And you guys pray for me. I'm praying for you. And thanks for watching, if you watched this far. So yeah, let's see. I have to try to stop this video, which I know how to do, but I'm gonna put my headphones in so it doesn't like yell at you guys. Let me see. Okay, here it is. All right, I'll see you guys later. God bless.